Hello, today we will determine the speed of light using Maxwell equation. We will derive this equation. In this equation, this c represents the speed of light and this is equal to 1 over under root mu naught epsilon naught. Mu naught and epsilon naught both are constants. Mu naught represents the permeability of free space and epsilon naught represents the permittivity of free space. Let's begin with Maxwell equation. Maxwell have four equations. Number first is del dot E is equal to Q naught divided by epsilon naught, and this is known as the Gauss's law. And this equation shows that the electric field line passing through a closed surface are equal to Q naught, the total charge enclosed by that surface, divided by epsilon naught. The second Maxwell equation is the Faraday's law, which shows that the curl of E is equal to minus curly by curly of T into B. B is the magnetic field. They show that the change in magnetic field produces an electric field. Similarly, del dot B, or the divergence of magnetic field, is equal to 0. This means that magnetic monopole does not exist. And this fourth equation of Maxwell is curl of magnetic field is equal to mu naught epsilon naught curly by curly of T into electric field, which show the change in electric field produce magnetic field, also known as Ampere's Maxwell equation. The general wave equation is 1 over v square curly square y by curly of t square into curly square by curly of x square into y. And this equation, this we represent the velocity, and this is the equation for sinusoidal wave. Okay, let's determine the speed of light or the speed of an electromagnetic wave in a free space. Consider this as a three-dimensional space. This is x-axis, this is y-axis, and this is z-axis. Now here, consider here an electromagnetic wave. We know that electromagnetic wave is a transverse wave, and which means that the electric field in the electromagnetic waves is perpendicular to the magnetic field in an electromagnetic wave, where this c represents the direction of the traveling of the electromagnetic wave. Now let's take the curl of the electric field. The electric field in such a situation is equal to 0I plus ext into j plus 0z. This I, j, k are the unit vectors, where the ext represent the electric field. Now in this situation, you can see from this diagram, the electric field is only in the y direction. That means that the electric field is only in the one axis, in the y axis. Now taking the curl of this electric field, del is a vector operator, and del is equal to curly by curly of xi plus curly by curly of y into j unit vector plus curly by curly of z into z unit vector. Now taking the curl del cross E of this electric field using determinants method, we can write this as I, j, z curly by curly of x curly by curly of y curly by curly of z 0 ext into 0. Now solving this determinant for I, j and z. For I, we will get curly by curly of y into 0 and curly by curly of z into ext. Now curly by curly of y into 0 is equal to 0. Similarly, this ext is independent of the z axis, so we have 0. For this j component, we have minus j. Now curly by curly of x into 0, again 0, curly by curly of z into 0, again 0. For z, we will have curly by curly of x into ext minus curly by curly of y into 0, and we will have curl of electric field is equal to curly by curly of x into ext, the electric field, into z unit vector. And from the Maxwell equations, we know that the curl of electric field is equal to minus curly by curly of t into b. Now comparing these two equations is a Maxwell equation, and this is the equation which we have derived. From this equation, we can write it as curly by curly of x into ext is equal to minus curly b by curly of t. Name this as equation number 1. Now similarly, taking the curl for the magnetic field. From this diagram, the magnetic field is only in the z-axis. Here you can see this is perpendicular to the electric field and is only in this z dimension. So we have magnetic field vector is equal to 0i plus 0j plus bxt into z. Z is a unit vector. Now taking the curl of this magnetic field, curl of magnetic field B, this is B. Curl of magnetic field is equal to I j into z curly by curly of x curly by curly of y curly by curly of z 0 0 into bxt. This is only in this z axis, which is the magnetic field is only in the z dimension, and in the x dimension it is 0. Similarly in the y dimension the magnetic field is 0. Taking the curl of this and solving for I, j and z, we will get curl of magnetic field is equal to I into 0 minus 0. Now for I we have curly by curly of y into bxt, which is 0, curly by curly of z into 0 is equal to 0 minus j. Now you are taking the second for the j, for this minus j into curly by curly of x into bxt, curly by curly of 0 is equal to 0, plus for the z axis, we have curly by curly of 0 into curly by curly of y, so 0 minus 0. Now curl of magnetic field is equal to minus curly by curly of x into bxt into j unit vector, and from the Maxwell equations we know that the curl of magnetic field is equal to mu naught epsilon naught curly by curly of t into electric field. Now again comparing these two equations, we will get minus curly by curly of x bxt is equal to mu naught epsilon naught curly by curly of t into electric field, which is equal to rearranging this equation or shifting this minus from this side to this right side. We will get curly by curly of x into magnetic field is equal to minus mu naught epsilon naught curly by curly of t into electric field. We have derived these two equations. One is for the change in electric field with respect to time is equal to minus change in magnetic field with respect to time. Similarly, the change in magnetic field with respect to displacement is equal to change in electric field with respect to time. Now let's take the partial derivative of this equation number 1 with respect to x. We will get curly by curly of x into curly by curly of x into ext is equal to minus curly by curly of x into curly by curly of t into b. Taking this, applying this partial derivative, we will get curly square by curly of x square electric field is equal to, and now this term, rearrange this term, you can write this term by curly of t into curly by curly of x into magnetic field. Now here from this equation you can see that this partial derivative of magnetic field with respect to time with respect to displacement is equal to this term. Substituting the values for this term, we will get curly square by curly of x square into electric field is equal to minus curly by curly of t into minus mu naught epsilon naught curly of e by curly of t. Now applying this minus term, we will get curly square of ext by curly of x square is equal to mu naught epsilon naught curly square of e by curly of t square. Now this equation which we have derived, we will compare this equation with the general wave equation. Rearranging this equation, we can write it as mu naught epsilon naught curly square by curly of t square into electric field is equal to curly square by curly of x square into ext or the electric field. From this equation we can compare this equation with the general wave equation, and the general wave equation we know is equal to 1 over v square curly square y by curly of t square is equal to curly square y by curly of x square. From this equation we can write it as that mu naught epsilon naught is equal to 1 over v square. Now solving this equation for v, we will get v is equal to 1 over under root mu naught epsilon naught, where mu naught is the permeability of free space and its value is 4 pi multiplied 10 power minus 7 n by a square. N is Newton and a is ampere, where epsilon naught is the permittivity of free space and is also a constant, and its value is 8.85 multiplied 10 power minus 12 farad per meter. Putting the values for mu naught and epsilon naught and solving, we will get the speed of light is equal to 3 multiplied 10 power 8 meter per second. And this is the speed of light which we have derived using Maxwell equations. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe easyedu for more videos. Comment your questions.